Hello friends, so today we are going to go over the Unit 10 volume review. Okay, so here let's look at the first question. Now at any point in time today during this video, you can either pause and try it first and then check with me, or you can skip through to the questions that you need. Okay, so let's go ahead and check number one. So here this is a rectangular prism. Okay, and a rectangular prism is the only 3D figure where you can just simply take these three numbers and multiply them together. The formula is V equals capital B times height, and you do have to find the area of a rectangle because the base is a rectangle. The base is going to be this right here, okay? But here, you can also just take, now I'm going to show you both ways, but here we are going to do 2.5 times 14. That would be 20, 8, 9, 10, 5 here, 2 here, and so we would get 35, okay? And the decimal goes in between the 5 and the 0, okay? This is essentially capital B. So now we can plug it into this formula here. And what we are going to have is V equals 35 times the height of the prism, which is 1, okay? And my answer will be 35 centimeters cubed, okay? Now, if you want to do it to where you're just multiplying the numbers, you can just do, 2.5 times 1, which is 2.5. So let's do that. Times 14, and you would still get the same thing. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, excuse me. And the decimal goes in between here. So this type of prism, rectangular prism, is the only one where you can do the three numbers multiplied together. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Now this one here is asking you to find the height of the pyramid, and it's given us the volume, which is 160 cubic inches. Okay, what we do not have yet is the base, but we can find that because it has given us the base and height of the rectangle. So here we are going to work to solve this by doing base times height. It will be 10 times 8, and that is 80 inches 80 inches squared. Okay, now this is capital B. Okay, so going over here, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to first write everything that I have. Okay, I know that I have the volume, which is 160 inches cubed. I have the area of the base, which is 80 inches squared. Okay, and I do not have the height. This is what I'm needing to find. Okay, all of this is going to go plugged into the volume formula, which is volume is equal to capital B times height divided by 3. Okay, volume can be replaced or substituted with 160. Capital B, area of the base, is 80. That can be substituted for B. And then height we don't know, but I do know that I can still solve this way. Okay, so here what I have to do next is I have to make sure that I get 80H by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by 3. Okay, so here, over here, I'm going to multiply by 3. 6 times 3 is 18. 3 plus 1 is 4. So I get 480 is equal to 80H. All right, now that I have this, I can continue on to solving. Now here, I don't need 3's anymore. They cancel each other out, so I can just cross them out. Now let's divide by 80, okay? So here, 80 can be crossed out. They cancel each other out, and I'm left with H is equal to something. Here is a trick that you can use, okay? I see that I have a 0 on the top numerator and a 0 in the denominator. I can cross these out, and then I can see how many times 8 goes into 48. And I know that 8 times 6 gives me 48. So my answer is 6, okay? And it would be exactly 6 inches in height for the pyramid. So this is going to be 6 inches here. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, so remember, you're just going backwards, okay? All right, let's go to the next question. Pause if you need to. This is another rectangular prism. Now, on this rectangular prism, remember, it is going to be using, volume equals capital B times height, and this is using area equals base times height. But we can just do 2 times 9, which is the base, capital B, okay? That would be 18. And then I take that and I multiply it by 15. 8 times 5 is 40. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 D. 8 here and 1 here. So I get 17 here and then 2. So my final volume is going to be 270 centimeters cubed. Okay, moving on to number 4. All right, so here we have a triangular prism, okay, which means this one cannot be done the way that we just did number 1 and number 3, okay? We have to find the area of this triangular base, and we're going to need to use 1/2 base times height, or we can write it as base times height divided by 2, okay? So here, base of the triangle base, which is going to be this part right here, is going to be, now, if you were to cover all of this up so you can't see any of it, all you see is that. You have the 2 numbers that you're going to use, which is going to be 6 and 8, okay? So, the base is 6, the height is 8, all divided by 2. 6 times 8 is 42. 48, hello. Divided by 2, that's why I said 42, because I was thinking of the 2. All right, and then when we do 48 divided by 2, we're going to get 24. So, this number right here is actually capital B. So let's come over here and we're going to write the formula for finding the volume of a prism, which is going to be volume equals to capital B times height. Now, we have the capital B, area of the base, which is 24, and we have the height of the prism, which, remember, prism is going to be, the height of the prism is going to be the line or the length, the side that is going to connect the bases to each other. And here, that would be 12, okay? 10 is an extra number that's not needed, okay? All right, all I have to do now is 24 times 12. That would be 8 here, 4 here, 4 times 4, which is 16, 4 times 2, which is 8, plus 1 is 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I get, let me just check real quick. I think I wrote the wrong thing. I did. I wrote the wrong thing. I couldn't see. What was it? This is 1. Hello. Okay, let me do that again. 48, 0. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. That was looking like a 4 to me. Sorry. Okay, so that was 3. Missy's having some problems over here. Okay, let's try this again. 0 here. 4 here. There we go. And this is why we have to write neatly, friends, because I was looking at that as a whole different number than what it really was. Okay, now that we have that situated, your final answer is going to be 288 centimeters cubed. There we go. Okay, cool. Now that we have this, okay, we can move on to the next page. Now, if you have to, pause to get all of these. I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right, here I have number 5, okay? So number 5 is a square pyramid, okay? What that means is this is going to be found, the area of this square pyramid is going to be found by doing base times height, okay? The formula of the whole pyramid is going to be volume equals base times height divided by 3, because remember, it's a pyramid and we divide by 3. So here, 4 times 4 times 4 is 16. This is really the area of the base, which is capital B, okay? So volume is equal to 16 times the height of the pyramid, which is 9.6 divided by 3. I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Okay. Now here, I'm going to do 16 times 9.6 over here. 6 times 6 is 36. 6, 7, 8, 96. 9 times 6 is 54. And then 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. That would be 10 plus 3, which would be 13, 4, 5, and then that. But then this decimal has to come all the way down here, okay? So I get volume is equal to 153.6 divided by 3, okay? Now, 153.6 divided by 3. 3 can go into 15 5 times. That would be exactly 15. 3 can go into 3 1 time. That would be exactly 3. And 3 can go into 6 exactly 2 times. Decimal goes up. So my final answer is 51.2 centimeters cubed. Done. Pause if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and go to number 6. Okay, number 6. These are actually my favorite, guys. And that's because it's giving you the volume. You don't have to find the volume, but it is asking you to find the height. Now, here, we do have to find the area of the base to be able to find the volume, or the height, excuse me. So let's write the things that we do have. We know that it's 220 inches cubed for the volume. We know that the area of the base we have to find, so let's go ahead and find that, okay? This is going to be found by doing area equals base times height divided by 2, because this is a triangle, okay? Now, on the test, you're going to have a formula chart. Use it to your advantage, okay? Okay, 10 times 4 divided by 2. So here, 10 times 4 is 40, divided by 2, that is going to be 20. So here, I know that this is going to be 20 inches squared, and I need to find height. I don't know height. All of this is going to go plugged into or substituted into the correct spot for volume equals capital base times height, okay? Volume is 220 equals base, which is 20, times the height. Now, these two are being multiplied, so in order to get rid of 20, I have to divide by 20. And then I'm left with finding 220 divided by 20. 20 can go into 22 one times, and then 20 can go into 21 time. So 11 inches is going to be this part right here, okay? That's your answer. Okay, 11 inches is the height of the prism. All right. Pause if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and go to 7. Number 7 is another one that is working backwards, because it's saying that a computer speaker in the shape of a rectangular prism has a volume of 192 cubic inches. The base of the speaker is a square and has an area of 16 inches. Okay, so it's asking us to find the height of the speaker. So let's go ahead and write the things that we do have. I know that the volume is 192. Okay, I know that the volume is 192. I know that I know that capital B, or area of the base, is going to be 16. And I do not know the height. I have to find that. So let's come over here. Volume is equal to capital B times height. Volume is going to be 192. Area of the base is 16 multiplied by the height. I'm trying to find height, so I have to get rid of 16, and I have to do the opposite. Right now it's being multiplied. I'm going to divide by 16. And then here, 192 can go divided by 16. 16 can go into 19 one time. that'll be 32. And then here, I know that 16 times 2 is going to be 32. Okay, so 12 is my answer. So here, that means that the height of prism is 12 inches. Okay, this is our answer. Okay, let's move on to number 8. Pause if you need to. Okay, number 8 is a triangular pyramid. Okay, so the volume for a triangular pyramid is base times height, capital base times height, divided by 3. Okay, this capital B is found by finding the area of the base. Remember, the base is a triangle, so that means we are going to find the area of a triangle by doing base times height divided by 2. You can also write this as 1/2 base times height. Okay, area equals base, which is 5, times height, which is 4, all divided by 2. 5 times 4 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. Okay, so this, remember, is really capital B. Okay, so volume is equal to 10 times the height of the pyramid, which is 7, divided by 3. 10 times 7 is 70, divided by 3. Okay, so over here I'm going to do 70 divided by 3. 3 can go into 7 2 times. That is 6. Subtract, that is 10. 3 can go into 10 3 times. That is 9. Subtract, add a decimal and another 0, and it'll be 23.3 repeating. 23.3 repeating. Okay. All right. Now that we have this answer, let's move on to the next page. Pause if you need to. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move to the next page. All right. Number 9. Find the volume of a rectangular prism with a width of 9 centimeters. Remember, this is a rectangular prism. By 11 centimeters by 8 centimeters, which technically what you're going to use is base times height. This, we are finding the area of a rectangle, which will be base times height. Here's the thing, though. What can we do? We can just do over here 9 times 11, which is going to be 99. And then over here, it'll be 99 times 8, okay? Could have done that this way, times 8. 9 times 8 is 72. 72 again, and then 72 plus 7 will be 79. So we get an answer for the volume of 792 centimeters cubed, and that's our answer. Okay, pause if you need to, but let's go to 10. Okay, a pencil holder shaped like a triangular prism is shown in the picture. The height of the pencil holder is 12 centimeters. So that means this part is 12 centimeters. Okay, the volume is 216. So let's write everything that I have. It's asking me to find the area of the base down here. What is the area of the base? So I do not know the area of the base. I do have the height, which is 12. Okay, so volume is equal to capital base times height. Okay, now normally I would have to also use area equals base times height divided by 2 for finding the area of the base, but because I have the height and the volume, I don't have to do that. All I have to do is substitute the values that I do have. So 216 equals capital B times 12. Now here, because I have this, what I can do is I can just divide by 12 on both sides of the equal sign. This leaves me with B alone on the right side, and all I have to do is 216 divided by 12. Okay, now let me move this, I guess, over here. Somebody's jamming next door to me, if y'all can hear it. 12 can go into 21 one time. That'll be 12. And then 21 minus 12 would be 9. And then 12 can go into, let's see, I think into 96 8 times. So that'll be that the capital B, or area of the base, is 18, okay? Area of base equals 18 centimeters squared, okay? This right here is our answer. All right, done with number 10. Pause if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and go to number 11. Okay, now number 11, there's 4 identical dice, okay? And they are in the shape of a cube, right? It's a rectangular prism, basically, or a square prism. So here, because it is a rectangular or square prism, we can use our trick. Now, it says that the edge length of each side is 2 centimeters. What that's saying is that this is 2, and the height of the whole prism is 2, okay? Let me actually move this over here because that's what it's talking about. Okay, now that I have that, okay, remember we're going to use volume is equal to capital B times height, but this is using area equals base times height. So technically what I have is 2 times 2, which is 4, and then 4 times 2, which is 8, okay? This is the volume, okay? And what we're going to do with the volume is, if we continue reading down here, it says, what is the combined volume of all 4 dice? We're going to do 8 times 4 because there is 4 of them, and that is going to be 32 centimeters cubed, okay? This right here is your final answer, okay? All right, number 12, we have a triangular prism. So here's the thing, the volume for pyramid, or for prism, is V equals capital B times height, but we are going to use area equals base times height divided by 2 to find the area of the triangular base, which is this piece right here, okay? If I were to get to cover everything else but this, I only see I did the wrong thing. If I cover everything but this, okay, the base is 3 of the triangle and the height is 2, okay? So 3 times 2 divided by 2. And again, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. So plugging it into the volume formula, 3 times the height of the prism. Remember, the height of the prism is going to be the edge that connects both of the bases together, okay? So that is 10. So 3 times 10 is equal to 30 centimeters cubed. This is your final answer, okay? All right, pause if you need to get all of that, and then go to the last page. All right, number 13, okay? Find the volume of the square pyramid. So here what we are doing is we have to make sure that we know the volume formula for a pyramid, which is capital B times height divided by 3. But I need to understand that I'm going to be finding area of a rectangle, which is base times height. And it's a square. It says right here, square pyramid. So that means this is 6, and this is also going to be 6, because in a square, they're all the same. So we have 6 times 6, which means that that is 36. This is technically capital B, or area of the base. Okay, now let's go ahead and plug into the volume formula. 36 times the height, which is 10, all divided by 3. Okay, so 36 times 10, that's going to be 360. We're going to divide that by 3. So when we divide this, 3 can go into 3 one time, 3 can go into 6 two times, and then this. So we get an answer of 120. Okay, and that would be feet cubed. This is our answer right here. Let me actually rewrite it down here. Volume is equal to 120 feet cubed. This is our answer. All right, let's go to number 14. Now, in number 14, it's showing us a triangular prism, okay? But here it says that the formula for volume is V equals base times height, okay? It's asking you to select the correct equation. It doesn't want you to solve it just to write the correct equation. So remember, it is V equals base times height. But we need to find the area of the base, and we need to select the correct equation for the area of the base. And that is going to be area equals base times height divided by 2 for a triangle, okay? And what we're looking at is this right here. We do not have to worry about the rest of this, okay? We could go ahead and take that off. We don't need it. All we need to know is the correct equation for finding the area of the base, okay? So when I substitute the correct values, I'm going to have 3 times 4 divided by 2. I don't have to finish solving it. Remember, it just runs the correct equation. So if I look at what I just wrote, which of these looks like that? This one says 4 times 5. I don't need 5, okay? That can't be it. If I look at B, it has 4 times 3, which, okay, different order, but still correct information. But it's missing divided by 2, so it cannot be this one, okay? Now, if I look at C, it has 4 times 3 divided by 2. Check. It looks exactly like what we have. This is different. They're a little bit, different than what we have, but it's still the same thing. You're still going to multiply 3 times 4, right? Now, if we look at the last option, it says 4 times 3 times 16. That's not correct. We don't want to multiply this. This is not what we need. This is wrong. So that's not it either. It's going to be C. All right, pause if you need to. Go to number 15. Okay, number 15 is talking about a pack-in box that's in the shape of a rectangular prism, which means we have 3.5 feet by 2.4 by 5 feet. Now, this is going to be volume equals capital base times height because it's a prism, and we need to find the area of the base, which is a rectangle, so we're going to do base times height. Now, if we come over here, that's going to be 3.5 times 2.4, 20 here, 12, 13, 14, 10 here, and 6 here, so we get 74. Let me just check that again. Times 2.4. I think I missed a number. 6 is supposed to be 8. Okay, so 84. Sorry, guys. All right, now 84 times the height of the whole prism, which is 5. So 5 times 4 is 20, 40, 41, 42. Okay, and there's a decimal. It's supposed to be 8.4. There's no decimal here. Okay, there we go. So that means that we're going to have 42. That's our volume, and it is feet cubed. Okay, looking at number 16. A child's play tent, okay? It's in the shape of a square pyramid. So the base is a square, okay? And it says that the side length of the tent space is 4, so that means all sides are 4, okay? And then it's saying that the height of pyramid is equal to 5.2. Now that I have that information, let's go ahead and plug it into our formula. So the formula is going to be V equals capital B times height divided by 3. But this is going to be area equals base times height. So that is going to be 4 times 4, which is going to be 16. Okay, this is capital B. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to substitute it in, okay, 16 times the height, which is 5.2, all divided by 3. Okay, All right, so let's come over here and let's do 16 times 5.2. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5. 6, 7, 8. So we get 832, but I have a decimal, so that's 83.2. So volume is equal to 83.2 divided by 3. Now, when I divide this, I'm going to try to do this as small as possible right here. 83.2 divided by 3. 3 can go into 8 2 times. That would be 6. Subtract that. You get 2. 3 can go into 23 7 times. That would be 21. Again, 22. But that would be 7 again, and that would be 21. And it's just going to keep going from there because now it's going to be 10, and that would be 3. So here, your answer is going to be volume is equal to 27.73 repeating, okay? So this is, let's see, feet cubed. This is our final answer. All right. I wish you the best of luck on the math test, okay? You've got this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Come see me for tutorials before the test. All right, bye. Love you all. Have a good rest of the day.